This is Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Okay, Maslow's hierarchy of needs. First of all, Maslow says we have physiological needs. That's the basic need that we have, so food, water, things like that, okay? Then we have security needs, okay? Security needs. So that is house, that is also mental security though as well, so confidence would probably come into that, feeling that you're secure in your own head as well as in your surroundings. So those are what Maslow calls your anti-demotivational needs, those bottom two needs. It's a great word, isn't it? Anti-demotivational. What it means is these two needs don't generally leap you out of bed, but without them, you're going to struggle to continue up the triangle. So, for instance, you don't get out of bed, unless you've recently moved house, you wouldn't get out of bed this morning and go, oh my goodness, this house is wonderful, this toilet is brilliant, this bed is no, you wouldn't normally do that unless you've recently moved or decorated or whatever it may be. So, however, if you woke up potentially not in your house in a cardboard box, then it might be difficult to continue up the motivational pyramid. So your bottom two needs, your basic needs. The need right after that, as you can see, I've increased the font size, is your social need. So what Maslow tells us is social interaction is the third biggest fundamental need of a human being. Okay? Sometimes people don't automatically get that. Okay? So that's why COVID is hit, and I've got a slide on the pandemic impact for you next, because it's a little bit wider than isolation, but it's still really, really important to know. And then what can we do about it? That's the key, isn't it? What can we do to stop this isolation? I think I've got 6 or 7 things you can take away today to stop that feeling of isolation, either for yourself or for other people. Doesn't really matter, but you're able to do that. So, social interaction, just remember, third biggest human need. Okay, we all know those people that need it. Sometimes it feels like people need it more than food. It depends on type of profile you are, but all of us need it. Even if you're the least sociable person in the world, at some point you will need some social interaction. There's not many people on the planet, not many, that live in the wilderness on their own. And when I say on their own, I mean literally on their own, without maybe a dog or some kind of pet, because this social need doesn't necessarily have to be human either. Okay, we do need some human interaction, but you'll normally find, so, you know, I like watching programs like, I think it's called Life Below Zero, where you see all these people in Alaska that, you know, go and fend for themselves and find their food and all that type of stuff. And even the ones that live on their own normally have dogs and pets and all that type of stuff, and that's the social interaction that they would get on a daily basis. Okay, so that's why it's so important, and we also know the impact of isolation and what it can have.